What's going on, everyone? I'm the OPJellicent, and we are back here on Pokemon Showdown today. We're going to be using this really cool Swords Dance stall-breaking Gliscor set with Swords Dance Roost knockoff and EQ. Pretty much 6-0s in stall and semi-stall teams, which is really nice. Can really help out our Mega Lopunny, which definitely struggles against those bulkier builds. So these two work really well together, but other than that, we have a nice defensive Volt Turn core right here of AV Magearna plus defensive Landorus-T, which is our Stealth Rocker. Can help get in the bigger threats such as Mega Lopunny, Magnet Tapu Koko, which does carry the Grass Knot, because we do kind of struggle against terrain teams. And then finally Specs Battle Bond Ash Greninja with these spikes, so we can use that plus Lando to maybe hazard stack, but that is going to be the team. It'll be down below in the description in case you guys do want to try it out alongside me. If you are new, be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below so that you don't miss out on any competitive Pokemon content, and I'll be right back with our first match. Alright, we got our first match right here, and this guy's pretty torn apart by my Tapu Koko and my Lopunny, as well as my Gliscor, but he does have a few things to threaten that, such as the Greninja and the Gyarados. But what I'm going to do right here is lead off with my Magearna, because I think he might lead off with Gren. He actually leads right off with Zapdos, but this is fine. I can just go ahead and Volt out. He'll probably discharge your Heat Wave turn 1, which, honestly, I think I want to take it with this, if anything. I don't want anything else taking the hit. As much as I need this thing healthy for the Gren, I'll just go ahead and Volt out right now. He goes out for discharge. He gets a crit, which is unfortunate, but no para, which is cool. And what I'll do is bring out my Tapu Koko now. Based on that Volt Switch damage, he is clearly a Fizdef set, I think, so I'll bring this in right now, and I'll go right for the Volt Switch, probably on Tapu Bulu coming in. Yeah, there's Bulu, which is totally fine. What I can do is just bring out my Landorus now and get up those rocks. I'm sure he'll go back to Zapdos. I kind of want to predict it, but rocks pressure him either way, and if he wants to stay in, that's definitely my best play, but he's going to go back to Zapdos, which is definitely his best play right now. And I'll go ahead and U-turn out right now in case he wants to HP Ice instead of defogging. He actually goes for a Roost, and we get a U-turn off, so that's actually really cool because I can bring in Tapu Koko now and go ahead and T-Bolt, and we still have rocks up, so pretty much he's forced to defog right here and keep this thing really low, but he lets me keep the rocks up, which is great. And what I'll do is go ahead and T-Bolt that. We get a Para 2, which is really nice, where he's going to get Grassy Terrain, and I'll go ahead and Volt out now. And Zapdos is going to be pressured the moment it comes back in, which is cool. So I'll go back to Lando right here just to get some Rocky Helmet chip on him. I'm sure he'll just Horn Leech. He actually gets paralyzed, which I guess might be worse for me because I don't need this thing healthy, but I'm going to U-turn right here on Zapdos because I really can't allow him to defog. He just stays in. He's at -1, so I'm not too worried about this. I still don't want to go Magearna because I need that healthy. I'll go Gliscor right here, as he goes right for Horn Leech, which is what we expected. He gets some health back, but it's nothing too big of a deal. And what I'll do now is just probably knock off. I can start to Swords Dance early if I really feel like it now. Let's try that. He's going to go back to Zapdos, and that's totally fine. I can predict him to, well, actually, how much speed do we have on this? I guess I'll check right now. We have 290. I think we'll be faster. I'll go ahead and knock off right now. Get rid of that guy's recovery, as he goes right for the defog. Unfortunately, since we're faster, I have to Swords Dance up again to threaten him because I would love I would have loved to be slower to EQ on a Roost, but we'll get up the second SD. And now what I'll do is go ahead and throw off another knockoff, as he actually goes out into Grand this turn, which is going to take quite a bit. And we knock off the Choice Specs, which is really nice because now Magearna has a free switch right here. And while the Zapdos is really annoying, we can still threaten that out with our Tapu Koko. So we get in this safely, and I'll just go ahead and Volt out. He goes back to Tapu Bulu, which definitely makes sense. And I'll just go Lando. And get up rocks once again. I don't care if he keeps on going back to Zapdos, because either way he'll be forced to defog and I can U-turn out. Obviously risking static para is kind of scary, but we get up rocks. And he's obviously going to defog, but I'll go right here for the U-turn. There's the defog. Hopefully no para once again. I mean, it doesn't really matter because we're slower than a lot of his team anyway, but I'll bring back Koko. And how healthy is Tapu Bulu right now? 60% and paralyzed. I'll go ahead and T-Bolt just because I don't know what play he wants to make. He does stay in, so I'm glad I did that. And he's just going to Roost. So thankfully, since we knocked off lefties, he actually can't stall me out. So I'll go for T-Bolt again, just in case he wants to stay in for whatever reason. But nice to know that we 1v1 that now. And he just goes back to Tapu Bulu. This is the one mon that I need weakened, or at least in range of HP Ice soon, but my play is always Volt out into Lando. And eventually he'll have to attack it and take Rocky Helmet damage, and Koko's just going to sweep through his team. So there's a Horn Leech. That's what I was waiting for. Even though he'll get recovery, he'll take Helmet. And then what I can do is just U-turn out now on Zapdos. Because I can't allow... that was the one thing that I didn't want to have happen. I can EQ on Roost. Let's EQ on Roost. We got our Earthquake off. Doesn't do a ton. And what I'll do now is just U-turn out. As he actually tries to predict me. Okay, I can't get paralyzed right here. Cool. And what I can do is just bring in Tapu Koko to threaten this. And Tapu Bulu is slowly getting weakened, which is cool. And I pretty much just get to Volt back into Lando. Yeah, there's Tapu Bulu. He has to keep on making this play. And eventually Tapu Bulu will get gone. And I can threaten him out with... I could have actually gone Lopunny right there, but he has defensive Zapdos, so not really. And pretty much I got a U-turn. As he goes back to Zapdos, and then I bring back in Koko, and we're going to slowly play this game. And then eventually, once this thing is gone, Tapu Koko is going to probably win. I'll just have to be careful about... Good Lando, can you stop getting paralyzed right there? That's the one thing I can't have happen. Okay, we broke through last time. We do break through this time, which is cool. And Tapu Koko can come back in. He's really trying to play the Gyarados again, because the moment I get paralyzed, he's going to try to Dragon Dance up and win. So that's definitely the risky play right now. I'll go right here for the T-Bolt, just because even if he goes back to Tapu Bulu, it might be in range of HP Ice after this. Nah, just short. But what I can do is Volt back out into Lando. And have him take more damage right now. Yeah, there's a Horn Leech, and I can just U-turn out on Zapdos. Hopefully we break through the first time this time. He actually just stays in, which is cool. I need to make sure he doesn't get much recovery. I'll go Gliscor right here. He gets a bit of recovery, not that big of a deal though. We'll go ahead and SD up on Greninja. Wow, very offensive play right there. I'll go Magearna then. So he goes right for Hydro Pump, and I can just Volt Switch out. He's wearing down my Magearna, which is definitely kind of scary, but I'm curious as to what play he'll make right here. I eventually have to pull the trigger with like Lopunny. He goes to Magnezone, which I don't think that's Assault Vest, but I can go Lopunny. How healthy is Zapdos? It's at 70%. We can deal with that. I'll go Lopunny right here and just Mega Evolve, and I really want a Quick Return or Ice Punch predicting Zapdos. I'll do it, because I do need to 2-hit KO this eventually. Okay, just don't get paralyzed right here, Lopunny, because I made the play. Sweet, okay. That's a really big step forward. And I can just return again for the knockout. And we don't get static paralyzed either time. So I think Lopunny might be able to come through now. He goes to Gyarados right here, which definitely makes a lot of sense. I'll go right for the... I think my best play is actually switch out to Lando, just to get Rocky Helmet damage off. But the only problem with that is I'm going to return, because I think he's going to Dragon Dance. And I do need this guy weakened for my Fake Out, so now I'll go Lando. As he'll be forced to take a Rocky Helmet chip, and then I can bring back Lopunny. We get rid of that that ability, that attack boost right there. He goes right for Waterfall. And now he's in Fake Out range, which is cool. And I think Lopunny just wins now. So I'll Fake Out and get rid of that Mon. And it's going to come down to whether I hit high jump kicks. He's just going to go ahead and forfeit right there. So really long-paced game. I obviously had to pivot around with the Lando plus Tapu Koko a lot. Got pretty repetitive, but we managed to come through with Lopunny at the end. Glad we did. That return prediction was definitely what made the difference, and I'll drop a GG in case he's still here, and I'll be right back with another match. Alright, we have another match right here, and this is a really weird-looking team. We're not very far from top 500 right now, so this guy must be at least having some success with the team, but my win condition is definitely Lopunny. We do have to weaken Slowking, but Tapu Koko is definitely going to completely tear through this guy's team, too. We do have Grass Knot for Mamoswine. And Grant can actually start lead and just start spike stacking. We can Dark Pulse anything that he wants to lead with. I'm thinking he might lead type Null, so I'll actually lead off here with my Landorus-T. As he actually leads right off with Salamence, which doesn't want to appear for whatever reason. There we go. And I'll just go ahead and Hidden Power, because he's going to actually have a Hidden Power Ice of his own. It's super random, so it's a Life Orb special. Honestly, I'm not even that worried about that. I'll go right here into my Tapu Koko, which I know can pick up the knockout. I'm going to predict the Mamo and go for Grass Knot, as he does go right into the Mamoswine, and we do get a Grass Knot off and just Oko it, so I guess that thing with Scarf, we don't have to risk that anymore, which is cool. And we get free T-Bolts for the rest of the match, so this is pretty much just going to blow him back now. He goes Gallade. I'll go ahead and Volt Switch out right here. His best thing to hit me with priority right now is Shadow Sneak, and pretty much this thing can't sweep me, and I'll just go... Do I need Magearna for anything? Probably not. And it doesn't really beat the Slowking because her Generator... It could beat Special Mance, I guess. But Greninja is really important. Gliscor can do work, and yeah, Magearna is the weakest link right now. So I'll go out into Magearna. He's going to go right for close combat. Get a crit and bring me all the way down, but that's fine. And I'll just Volt out in case he wants to do anything weird. Just goes right for Ice Punch to pick up the knockout. And pretty much I get to go back to Tapu Koko right now and pick up another knockout. Unless type Null's really that bulky, but I'll Volt just in case it is. Because I can bring in my Lopunny on that. And pretty much just do work too. He actually goes back to Mance, which is definitely interesting because what this will allow me to do is bring in my Greninja since we already saw he was Life Orb. And I can go ahead and get my Battle Bond now. So I'll go ahead and do that. I'm sure type Null's bulky enough to take it. But I might not have a reliable recovery. I'm not sure exactly what type Null does. But pretty much, I'm not going to sack my Lopunny until I actually know what that thing does. He goes out into it. I'll go Gliscor just because I have no idea. Goes right for U-turn. It could be Scarf then. I'm sure he'll go Gallade now. And I might just stay in on Gallade because once that thing is gone, he actually goes Slowking, which I kind of want to knock off just to get rid of the item. Probably leftovers. Salt Vest, okay, that's good info. He goes right for Ice Beam, which we are able to take thanks to our... Well, we take it naturally, and then our Toxic Orb gets us a recovery. I'll just go for a knockoff again. He just knocks me out with Scald, which is totally fine. And what I can do is bring back Gren now. And click Dark Pulse. How fast is type Null? I'm going to go ahead and check that. I'm pretty sure its base stats are pretty bad. Type Null, base 59. Okay, I have no idea what that type Null is doing on this team. But, I mean, hey, I'll take it. He goes right back to type Null. Let's see how much this takes. That took 0. But it's looking like a Lopunny sweep now. So I'll go back to I'll go Tapu Koko right here. As he's going to go right for Frustration. Let's see how much that does. Does a decent amount. And I'll just go ahead and T-Bolt. Weaken this guy into range of pretty much either Gren or Lopunny, and then I can just sweep with either of them. Sacks off his Gallade, which definitely makes sense. But the thing is, he has to go Fortress, and I can just T-Bolt this too, I think. Or I can Volt into Gren. He might have Volt Switch himself. I'll Volt into Gren, because I can't risk Lopunny still. Because I still don't know what... I guess I could go Lopunny right here. I'll make the Lopunny play, because I know we take anything. Like I'm pretty sure we take an Explosion too. He goes right for Gyro Ball, as I can just Mega Evolve and... I'll just High Jump Kick. How healthy is Slowking? 48. Yeah, I'll High Jump Kick right here. He stays in, and thankfully we connect and knock that thing out. So, it's going to come down to like what type Null set he is. He could be like a Violite with Rest, I guess. Do I sack this off? I don't think so. I think I just go Gren. As he's going to go right for Scald. Yeah, I couldn't let that happen because I do want the High Jump Kick pressure for type Null, in case that is what it comes down to. But really weird match right now. I'm going to go for Dark Pulse right here. And I guess I'll just click it again, just to make sure that I can win with Tapu Koko. Maybe he'll flinch too. He is Rest, okay. So, that's why I didn't sack Lopunny. But, pretty much, he has Sleep Talk too. Even if he knocks me out, all I need him is in range of Koko. As he goes right for U-turn, and that should be game right there, because since he was forced out, he actually is forced to do that again. I can just Dark Pulse right here. It should be able to Oko Slowking because it specs Battle Bond. Down it goes, and unless I miss a High Jump Kick, I don't think type Null can actually 1v1 the rest of my team. I'll go for Dark Pulse. If we flinch at any point, we just win too. Wakes up and gets flinched, so that is going to be the game right there. That guy couldn't win unless he High Jump Kicked, but I'll drop a GG in chat. Really weird match, but glad we made that Grass Knot prediction early. That was pretty cool, but I'll be right back with another match. Alright, we got another match right here. I went ahead and checked the ratings of the last match, and pretty much, while I was pretty high up on the ladder, my opponent wasn't, so that makes a lot more sense, but I'll just fake out right here. Got some water in between too, because I randomly got super thirsty in the middle of the last match. I have no idea what was up, but we take a Rough Skin. That could be, nope, I was about to say it could be Scarf, but I guess it's not. He's going to click a Rocks right here, because I'm pretty sure he takes one Ice Punch, and since this is my win condition, I probably shouldn't have let off with it, but it's alright, we'll get an Orlando. He does have Rocks on this, so it's not a Sash lead Azelf, so I'm curious, well it could be anyway, but I guess he didn't lead off with it just because he wanted to pressure my Lopunny. If I Ice Punch turn 1, I should have Ice Punched if I was a rail, but and I couldn't risk Weavile just getting a huge hit off on me turn 1. But he goes back to Weavile now. This guy's playing very boldly. Alright, I think I'm going to try to adapt right now, and just... How much do I need this? Honestly, not a ton. It's walled by Zapdos. I'll U-turn, because I think he might knock off or Pursuit trying to predict me. He does try to knock off, so the adapting comes into play right away, and we'll knock this Weavile out right now. I highly doubt the crit mattered. Weavile's like a paper bag, and now... I mean, Tapu Koko is going to have fun with this team anyway, but now it's just going to go in. I'll go Gliscor right here, I think, just because it'll force out... Well, I don't actually want him getting a defog off, so I'll go Tapu Koko. And then I'll pivot back to Lando to get fake out damage on Rocky Helmet damage as Lopunny fakes out, so... We get this Mon in. I can Volt out on Zapdos. The only way Tapu Koko is not going to completely destroy this guy is if it's Spidef Zapdos, but... Other than that, he also doesn't have a water resist to begin with, so... Gran can definitely just come through right now, too. But I think he has to go Lopunny right here. Because after Rocks, I mean, I guess since it was Bulky Chomp, it could live in HP Ice. I'll probably go back to Lando anyway on that. But Venomoth will go down, Azelf will go down, Zapdos gets a Volt switched on. And I guess I'll go Magearna on Zapdos. So he's going to be forced out into Lopunny right here. If he takes too long, I'll make a quick cut and be right back. But I think he has to go Lopunny. Is Lopunny a big threat to my team? I mean, if we weaken it, we can put it in Shuriken range, our own Lopunny's speed ties, and we can go ahead and pressure that. He does go Lopunny, and even if he Ice Punches right here, all I need is the damage off on it, so I'll go Lando. And see what he wants to do. He goes right for Fake Out, so we do get that Rocky Helmet damage off. Did he knock off my Rocky Helmet earlier? He did. Okay, so it's because of the Weavile. He did click a knockoff. Forgot about that, but I'll go right here for Earthquake. He'll go for Ice Punch to knock me out. Not the biggest deal. I can go Magearna right here, which I know lives a hit. And pretty much throws off a hit for free. I could have actually gone anything that I wanted because he was intimidated, but this is his win condition. He showed Ice Punch, and we don't have Intimidate anymore, so this is going to be a pretty uphill match with this Lopunny. But I'll go ahead and Volt. He actually high jump kicked. He was willing to sack his win condition right there. I don't get it, but I think it's not Shuriken range yet. No way. Alright, I'm going to hope he tries to choke it again, and I'm just going to go Gliscor right here, which I know takes a -1 Ice Punch. Just come on, just leave it in an Ice Punch, please. Nah, I don't get why he left it in the first time, but... I mean, hey, I guess I should have played off his choke and just went for a Fleur Cannon. It's alright though, we'll go back to Magearna. I think still getting it pretty much has limited switch-ins between Fake Out and everything. Goes right for Hidden Power, which is totally fine. I'm gonna get swept by the Venomoth thing. What's that thing even do? Just like Sleep Powder, then Quiver Dance. We have Fake Out pressure and priority, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. It will get Spidef boosts from Quiver Dance, obviously. I'm gonna Volt right here. He's gonna go right for Heat Wave, and we can Volt out. And I think I'll just bring in. This is where I bring in Tapu Koko and pick up a kill. How healthy is Chomp? 87. I'll T-Bolt, just because I think he might stay in to scout damage first. If he goes hard Chomp, it'll be unfortunate. But he's just going to sack off the Venomoth. I mean, oh, his Venomoth's not Bug Flying, it's Bug Poison. That thing goes down, so no, that thing's not a threat anymore. Goes back to Lopunny, and I'll just sack off Magearna right here. All I need is this thing in range of Fake Out, and then Greninja's just, I mean, a Shuriken, and then Greninja's just going to come through. Because it's still at full health. I think I have to go... Well, actually, what I can do is go out into this, and... Healthy as Zapdos? 71. What I can do right now is just Fake Out. Even if he goes... he's actually going to go Guard Chomp. The thing is, since all I needed that damage on that thing was for Shuriken, what I could have done was Faked Out, and then I would have been able to win with the Grind anyway. But I'll Ice Punch right here, and pick up that knockout. We're at 8%, so I guess I just stay in on whatever comes out. But I think this entire match might just come down to Shuriken. I don't think this lives a return. It's Scarface Elf. Okay. That makes more sense. And let's see what he wants to bring out. Brings out his Lopunny. Do I just let Gran take the hit? Or do I just go Gliscor? I mean, whatever I bring out, it's going to die to Fake Out plus an attack. So I guess I'll just let Gran take the hit because I don't need it healthy. And I'll just go right here for Shuriken. Actually, if he's... Actually, yeah, I have the Shuriken. And I think this is what it's going to come down to, how many Shuriken hits I get off on this, because Azelf should die. Come on, Gran, knock this thing out with Shuriken. He actually pivots out into Zapdos. That's not going to help you, I think, because unless we get stupidly low Shuriken hits, which it doesn't look like we are because the next one is going to knock you out, we should be able to win because we have more sacks to fake out than he has to Shuriken. So we got our Battle Bond, and now he's going to be forced to... Actually, it's Scarf Azelf. That might make things interesting. I'm not sure if it takes Shuriken or not. I guess I'll calc this because it's my best play. Azelf, Suicide Lead against Greninja. Choice specs offensive, 77 to 90. You're at what, 76? Alright. Okay, we got a crit. I don't think that would have mattered because we were doing an average of 26 anyway. Without the crit, we would have been 26, and then we would have been able to knock that anyway. He's going to go ahead and forfeit. As I said, we did have more sacks, and since Shuriken was a guaranteed knockout on Azelf, he had no chance in that match right there. It's a nice win, and I'll be right back with another match. Alright, we got another match right here, and Greninja is definitely a very important mon right here alongside our Tapu Koko. Both kind of destroyed his team, but they're both kind of stopped by Decidueye too, so I do want to weaken that. We're going to have to scout the set. Maybe we can weaken it with Rocky Helmet damage plus Fake Out. But I'm going to try to get I want to try to get up rocks early, but I think he might lead off with a Nidoking. So what I'll actually do right here is just lead off with my Lopunny. Just because if he leads off with... He actually leads off with Thundurus. If he led off with Deontay, that would have been fine. And Lopunny is actually another really nice win condition now that I look at it. I'll Fake Out right here, and then I'll switch out because I don't want to get like Prankster T-Waved or anything like that. So I'll go like Magearna. This could have Prankster like Tailwind, Prankster Defog, I'm not sure, but I don't know, its coverage is going to be interesting. So we get Fake Out damage off, which is cool. Bring that thing pretty low. As much as I just want to stand right here, Lopunny is too important, like his team is completely blown apart by it. So I'll just go here into my Magearna, probably on a T-Wave or a Volt Switch or something. So I could have just knocked him out, but okay, he gets a Para too, which is kind of annoying. I'll go for Iron Head because I don't want him going Nidoking and getting up rocks for free. I would rather get some damage off on that. Goes Delphox, which is cool because that thing should be in range of Fake Out plus Return now. Do I need this healthy? I don't think I do. I'll Volt Out. And then I'll bring out... He just goes for Flamethrower. We can take that pretty easily because of the Assault Vest. Fortunate on the Para right there. I'll just Volt Out again. Even if we end up getting sacking this thing, it's fine. So we got our Volt Switch off, which is cool, and I'll bring in Gran now. And it's a 50-50. Do I Dark Pulse on Decidueye? I think Dark Pulse is my play no matter what. I don't really care if he goes Deontay, but I can't allow him to go Decidueye on a Water-type move is the most important thing. Even if he goes Deontay, that's good damage, and we do have Magearna to sack against that, so... Could be like a Rock Polish Deontay, I guess, which would be pretty problematic, but we have Shuriken anyway. But he does go Greninja. This will take like 40%. 42. I just realized we're super weak to this now too because our Magearna is at 0%, so I'll just stay in. He's Scarf with the U-turn. Alright, so probably not in my best interest. I should have just sacked Magearna right there, I guess, but Lopunny's still going to completely tear this guy's team apart. Oh my god, I can't believe I just did that. It actually really sucks. Okay, so I'll go Lopunny. At least we know it's Scarfer now, I guess. I'll go for Fake Out. That was a pretty bad misplay. And then I can return, following it up. Still definitely not over. Lopunny's gonna like completely destroy this guy along with Tapu Koko. Okay, so he did not click Prankster T-Wave last time, so do I just assume he doesn't have it? I guess. Yeah. I'll return right here. And get rid of Thundurus, which is cool. Surprised he had no Prankster things. I guess his coverage was T-Volt, Volt Switch, HPS knock. But he didn't Volt Switch on my Magearna, I don't think so, right? He went hard Delphox, I think, but... I don't know, let's see what he wants to bring out next. Brings out Deontay, which is definitely good. I guess I'll sack my Magearna now, because I don't want it being Grand Battle Bond fodder. Just goes right for Moonblast. It has to not Mega Evolve, which is interesting. I'll Iron Head right here in case he wants to, like, make some weird play in Moonblast, or not Earth Power, basically. Do I think he has HP Ice? He could. Alright, what I'll do is go Koko. And I'll HP Ice right here. Actually, I guess I'll Grass Knot just because it hits Deontay pretty hard too. But pretty much, I don't want Nidoking coming in for completely free. I do want that thing in range of HP Ice when it comes in, and I think Grass Knot might be able to do that. He could just stay in though. He goes Delphox, which is an interesting play. Did he just hard read my attack? Alright, I'll Volt Out now. It could be Scarf Delphox, but I don't mind taking damage with this. It's not Scarf, and Lando's a play. I do need that Decidueye gone, though. Still can't believe I sacked off my Grin. I'm gonna regret that, I know it. He goes right for Flamethrower. That does so much. That's Specs. Really? Specs was only doing 40% AV Magearna? That's how bulky that is? Okay. So do I just sack this off? Yeah. Goes for Flamethrower again. Now I go back to Lopunny. And I go right for the return. Yep. Scarf Gran is looking like a big threat with Ice Beam too. That Gran misplay, man. Okay, so we get rid of Delphox. Maybe Lopunny can clutch it out. We might need like a high jump kick crit on Decidueye. But he's gonna go back to the Deontay right here, I think. Yeah, I could just stay in and hope I live the hit. But then we're in Shuriken range anyway. That's not gonna help us out. So I'll go Lando. And sec it off to 2 Moonblasts. Gets Clear Body. There's a Moonblast. He'll be able to Mega Evolve and outspeed me. But if he Mega Evolves, then he actually won't be able to live a high jump kick, I don't think. So we may be fine. Probably not. That Grand Misplay. Okay, so he does Mega Evolve, which is cool. And that should put him in range of most of my things. And let me go ahead and calc whether my T-Bolt or my high jump kick can knock him out. Not Tapu Kiko. Offensive against a Deontay Mega, since he did just Mega Evolve. T-Bolt does 82 to 97, so my only hope is either getting a crit or hoping Lopunny can knock it out. Which it can. I mean, it's a roll. And high jump kick does hit everything else. We're weak to Scarf Gunk Shot. I'll go for high jump kick. And we need this roll if he stays in. If he has Protect, then I'm pretty sure we lose to Shuriken anyway. And it's also going to come down to the Decidueye set. And whether we can get a hit off on Nidoking. So many things need to happen for us to win this match now. Just because okay, we do get the roll, which is cool. So step 1 is complete. Let's see what he wants to do next. I'm pretty sure we can take 1 hit from anything. He decides to go Nidoking. And I guess I have to switch out right here. But I can't because he's just going to Earth Power and knock me out. I have to Ice Punch and maybe freeze him. We don't get the freeze. We do live that though, which is cool. And I can just return for the knockout now. But the thing is, I think we need to hope for like a Gunk Miss. Yeah, we definitely need to just hope for that he misses a Gunk Shot against my Tapu Koko. Hopefully he goes Decidueye and allows me to high jump kick at once, just so I can maybe win with Tapu Koko. That's kind of what I need to have happen right here. If he goes Grand, then I guess I switch out, or do I just stay in and... Because then Decidueye is going to beat me anyway. He does go Decidueye, so this is what I wanted. I'll go right here for the... This does more, and I do need him in range of my attack. So that does a ton, actually. There's a Leaf Blade, so all we need is a Gunk Miss, which is a lot to ask for, I guess, but... Especially after my choke, but maybe it can happen. I'll go for T-Bolt right here to knock him out. And it's going to come out to Koko versus Gren. Come on, Koko, dodge a Gunk. Alright. Tapu Koko, nah, we didn't dodge it. And that is able to knock me out right there. I mean, he deserved to hit it after I made that terrible Gren play. We nearly brought it back, though. I mean, we got into a position where we had a 20% chance to win, but... I know the mistake I made, and that's alright. I'll be right back with another match. Alright, we got another match right here, and this guy's kind of torn apart by my Lopunny and my Tapu Koko, but I do need to weaken that Sand Core if I do want to pull that off. I think he might lead off with the Lycanroc, so I'm just going to lead off here with my Lopunny, because we can fake out any lead and then just do some damage. He decides to lead off with this Gren, and I can just Mega Evolve and fake out right here. And then I can follow it up with the return. I'll probably switch out, though, because I don't want Lopunny taking damage. So I'll probably go I'll probably fake out right here and then go like Magearna. But if it's Zardex, could that sweep me? No, it's because I could... Actually, if it's Zardex and he doesn't Mega Evolve, that could actually be a problem. I don't want to get myself into that scenario, so... Since I know I take any Scarf hit from Scarf, Protean, Gran, I'll probably just stay in. He actually decides to switch out, which is very interesting. Decides to go out here into his Tyranitar, which I can just follow it up with a high jump kick. Scarftar won't be able to outspeed me. He switches out here into his Mantine, which takes a decent amount from that, not as much as I would have liked. So I'll just go Magearna now. I don't want Lando getting Toxic or anything. He just goes right for Scald, which is perfectly fine with me. I'll go ahead and double out here into Lando, expecting either Lycanroc or Drill. Yeah. And we do catch the Drill on the switch in, so this is probably Sandrush. I'll go ahead and get up rocks first. He decides to go right out here into his Charizard, which is totally fine. I don't really care if he's Zardoy and gets up Sun right now, which he is, because we can play more offensively. And he doesn't even knock me out with Flamethrower. The burn could hurt, but really it's not going to matter because all I need is to Intimidate. We can bring in Lopunny and go for Fake Out plus Return. How healthy is Mantine now? Oh, Mantine's super weak. Yeah, let's make the Lopunny play, because Lopunny might just win right now. I think he's going to be forced to sack off Tyranitar, which is what he's going to do. And Mantine can't switch back in because it's at 66. So I'll go right here for the high jump kick and knock this thing out. Apologies, but let's see what exactly he wants to do right now. I think he has to sack this or go ahead and sack something else off. We have Rocks up for that. We still have Intimidate pressure for Excadrill. He sacks off his Lycanroc, which is going to go down, assuming we hit our attack, which we do. Which is nice. That thing goes right down. He's going to be forced out into Drill right now, which I will just go Lando and get off my Intimidate. He might Swords Dance expecting it, but I think he just attacks. He does Swords Dance, so I could have stayed in and had Jump Kicked and probably just won right there, but it's alright, I'll EQ. It actually might not be alright, to be honest. Alright, Gliscor can take this thing on, assuming he doesn't Iron Head flinch me. I'll go ahead and EQ. He might switch out into like Mantine to try to Roost off any damage I want to do. Healthiest Tyranitar? 73. I still don't think Mantine can... He's going to switch out into Mantine, which definitely makes sense. I'll go right here for a... If I just start Swords Dancing up, what counterplay does he have? He'll be forced to sack off something eventually, so I'll just knock first. On probably a Roost or Defog. There's a Defog, and it looks like the next knockoff should be able to pick him off, which is cool. And I'll go ahead and do that. And we get rid of Mantine, which is nice. And Gliscor is still at full health to take on that drill, so I'll go Magearna right here. And let's see what exactly he wants to respond with. Makes a double, very nice double right there. And what do I sack off is the question. Don't want to sack off Coco just yet, because after Drill is gone we can deal with it. Can't go Gliscor. I think I'll just sack off, not Gran either. Maybe this is the sack. But then aren't I just super weak to his opposing Gran? I have to sack off some important one right here. It's not Gliscor, it's not Lopunny. So I think I sack off Tapu Koko. Yeah, we'll make the Tapu Koko play. Get up terrain. We might live that. Nope, never mind. I was thinking because it wasn't Fire Blast, maybe. But we'll go out into this now. And just go ahead and Fake Out. And then we get another knockout now. Assuming once again we hit our high jump kick, which I'm pretty sure we've hit every one so far, which is really nice. We hit on Mantine, we hit on Lycanroc. Sounds super weird, but let's see. I think he has to go back to Tyranitar, unless he just wants to take the Fake Out with this. But he does go back to T-Char, which definitely makes sense right now. We get the Fake Out off, now I just hide jump kick. And he's forced to sack this off. We do hit it again, which is cool. And let's see, he has to go back to Drill. Yep. I go hard Gliscor, which I know we can take a +2. And we definitely take that, so that's cool. Because of our Toxic Orb. Did we hit the Gran with an EQ earlier? We didn't. That must have been another match. I'll go for Earthquake. Okay, just don't flinch. Cool. Alright, we should be good to go now. I got a notification. I'll check that what that is after this match, but let's see. He goes Gran. I can't let this thing get its ability, so I'll go out into my Magearna right now. I think he just has to hope I choke and stay in, but no way. Goes right for Hidden Power Fire. It was actually Protean. I'm pretty sure we saw that earlier, but I'll go ahead and just Volt out. Just because we can bring on our Lopunny now. And seal up the deal. So Lopunny is going to be able to come out right now. We should take a Scarf HP Fire, but I'll just go for a turn. He needs like a crit right here, and even then he's not... Oh, he's not Scarf. Did he switch up moves earlier? I have no idea what that mon did, but... Goes Zard. I don't want to risk this being like a random Dragon Dance. Nah, that's not Dragon Dance. I'm going to go Magearna. And then we'll seal up the deal with Lopunny. There's Flamethrower. Now we go back to this. And we still have Shuriken pressure in the back, so it's fine. I'll Fake Out. And then follow it up with a return, and that should be game. You get a crit right there. Not going to end up mattering because the return was going to knock him out anyway. And that is going to be the game. So nice win right there. I'll drop a GG in chat. and I will be right back with another match. Alright, we got another match right here. We'll probably end it off on this one right now, but this guy's pretty weak to our Lopunny. Power Up Punch Lopunny would be a lot better right here, just to further pressure Celesteela and Venusaur, but our win conditions are SD Gliscor, to be honest. This Mon can come through this match. I wish we had Ice Fang, but either way, it's looking like this Mon can win. I'm not sure what Meloetta does, but I'll lead off with it. This is my win condition, though. I want to get the Toxic Orb off safely. But honestly, what does he lead off with that prevents me from getting my Toxic Orb? I'll lead off with Gliscor right here. And maybe we can get a nice 6-0 for our last battle. That would be pretty funny, but we need to SD up, make sure that we're healthy for like Banded Zygarde. Maybe Z-move Celesteela. He's taking a while to choose his lead. Took a while too. He's probably expecting like something that's not as much as a win condition as Gliscor. Maybe something like maybe Magearna or Lando. But I don't know. He leads off right here with this Marowak. As I lead off with my Gliscor, you want to move Marowak? Did the sprites change, or is there something wrong? Okay, there we go. It's been happening to me lately, and my network hasn't been, my internet hasn't been any worse, so I don't know what's up. Alright, I'll Roost up, just because I think he might get up rocks. He just goes hard Celesteela, which takes a while to appear too. What's up? Is this Showdown bugging right now? I'll just SD. I actually don't know what's happening. There's a Leech Seed. I don't think that makes a difference. We got our health sapped, but we got Toxic Orb back anyway. I just SD up again. And I think Gliscor should 6-0 this one. There's a Heavy Slam. It's not going to end up making a difference, because I just SD up again, and then I can Roost everything off. He needs like a crit right here. But then I can knock off. I can just spam knock off at +6, and that should be fine. If he switches out right now... Actually, I'm going to Roost up just in case he switches out right now first. He just stays into Heavy Slam. Okay, I'll SD up now. He got a lower roll that time too, which is cool. And I'll go ahead and Swords Dance right now. Very weird. This has been a really weird live. But it's gone super well. The only matches I've lost so far is that one where I sacked my Gren for like no reason. But between sprites and notifications, it's been interesting. But I'll SD, and then Gliscor should be able to seal the deal on this one. Because even like Nature's Madness Finny won't take this. We outspeed probably Venusaur and Marowak and Meloetta too. And then Zygarde probably doesn't knock us out with anything, I would imagine. I think Leech Seed is kind of annoying, not gonna lie, but it's nothing we can't handle. So this guy's taking a while to choose his move. Alright, now I just Roost up until we're back at 70%, and then I knock off, and then I Roost, and then I knock off, and then we repeat that until this Mon is gone. So one more Roost right here. We're at +6. Can we end it off with the... Okay, that's actually a pretty high roll right there. I'm going to try to scout for a lower roll one more time. Not scout, like go for one. But... Oh, he actually tried to Earthquake me that time. I don't know what... There was no point to that, but I'll go ahead and knock now. Look at that damage. And knock next. The next knock should be able to pick him off, I think. Would it be dumb if it didn't? We can end this off at 70%, so there's no point right now. We'll go ahead and Roost up, and then I'll knock off now. Yeah, I'm not letting that happen, man. He's pretty much just has to sack off something and then try to threaten me out with another Mon, which I don't think he can. So there's that. Do I just take the 68? We can do better than 68. I don't want to like I don't want to have it come down to like a Zygarde roll. All right, so do I Roost up on Protect? I'm just gonna knock now. He might Protect. Yeah, he's gonna Protect. But actually we're still at 70, which is cool, and I can just knock now to knock it out. I think, yeah, the next one should be able to knock it out, and he just burned his Protect right there, so we should be fine. Actually goes Meloetta, which is not going to take this well. It just goes down because it's, like, very fair. We get Toxic Orb, and he doesn't even get my health sapped by Leech Seed, which is nice. Yeah, SD Gliscor, this is what I was saying. Against a bulkier team like this, SD Gliscor just goes in. Alright, I'll EQ right here. +6 EQ. Just nearly knocks him out. He has Taunt. It's probably not going to end up mattering. Whoa, what was that? Okay. EQ to knock this out, and then I just EQ the rest of his team. That thing goes down. You get more Orb. I don't know why he didn't just Nature's Madness / Moonblast me, but he goes Zygarde now, which I guess he's going to try to sweep me or go for Banded Arrows, but at this point I'm forced to attack. That does so much. There's a Coil. That's not going to end up mattering, man. We are faster. And yeah, that should be it. And like I was saying, Gliscor can run you on the Zapdos plus the, not the Zapdos, the Zygarde plus the Celesteela. And this is definitely outsped. I'll go for EQ. And pretty much after those two are gone, Lopunny could deal with the rest of his team to an extent. I mean, I don't think a 2-hit KOs Venusaur because that thing is stupidly bulky. That thing goes right down, and then the last two mons go down to EQ and knock off respectively. So that should be it. We're back at full. And he's going to go ahead and forfeit right there. So we'll go ahead and end off the live right there. I'll check this notification after the recording is done. But yeah, that is going to be the live. Once again, the team is down below in the description in case you guys do want to try it out. Nice 5-1 finish right there. If you are new, be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below so that you don't miss any competitive Pokemon content. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.